Yo guys, what's up? I'm the Flimhead97 here, and I'm here to announce that I'm gonna be still doing my list for top 10 rap slash hip hop albums of all time. I didn't get to get this video out before I officially retired from YouTube, but I want to get this video out somehow or another. So, it's going to get started, guys. So, kicking off my list, and at number 10 is New Jock City by Young Jock, released in the year 2006. This is a really great album. I really like it. It's got a lot of good songs like It's Going Down, Do You Bad, Patron, I Know You See It featuring Miss B. Knock It Out was a great song as well. So yeah, New Jock City is definitely a really good album. So I thought I'd put it on here. It's a trap classic because Young Jock was more known as a rapper who made trap music, but yeah, definitely a great album, and I would say it is one of the best trap albums of all time. Great stuff. Number 9 is Badass by Lil Boosie, aka Boosie Badass. This is actually my favorite album from Lil Boosie. I grew up to this stuff, just like I done with Young Jock's album, New Jock City. So, yeah, definitely great album from Lil Boosie. Great stuff. Another great album from 2006. A lot of good songs like Set It Off, Zoom featuring Young Jock, Smoking on Purple featuring Webby, Going Through Some Things, movies, shit tons of great songs. So definitely a really great album, worthy of being on my list here. So number 9 is Badass by Lil Boosie. Great stuff. Number 8 is ONIFC by Wiz Khalifa. One of my favorite albums of the early 2010s, released in the year 2012. My favorite Wiz Khalifa album. Definitely lots of great material. Like the song Time was great. He had a song on here with Cameron, which was a good song. The song Work Hard, Play Hard, definitely a great song. One of my favorite Wiz Khalifa songs in general. Got Everything featuring Courtney Noel. That was a great song on this album as well. So, ONIFC by Wiz Khalifa, definitely a good album, and I would say it's his best album, and my personal favorite for Wiz Khalifa. Not that his other albums are bad or anything, because I think he's a good rapper, but ONIFC has just always clicked with me and been my favorite album from Wiz, you know. So yeah, ONIFC, definitely a good album. Great stuff. Number 7 is The Carter by Lil Wayne. So this is the original Carter, released in the year 2004. One of the best albums of that year. So yeah, The Carter is definitely a good album. It's one of his best albums, because you guys already know his more recent stuff just not very good, to be honest. But old Lil Wayne, like The Carter and stuff like that, definitely great. But The Carter is the album making the list. So yeah, some good songs on this album include Go DJ, Bim Jr., and shit tons of other good songs. It's been a while since I listened to anything from this album, so I can't really tell you more song names by heart, but it definitely is a good album and one of his best. So number 7, That Carter by Lil Wayne. Number 6, now this album is a 90s classic. I know this might be kind of controversial because it's kind of low in the list, but I still think it's a classic album and one of the best rap and hip-hop albums of all time, and it is no other than Illmatic by Nas, released in 1994. Really good songs on this album. A lot of people say it's Nas's best album, and I wouldn't disagree with that. So yeah, Illmatic, a classic, one of the most well-known rap albums of all time, but for good reason. It's a good album. It's a classic. So if you're a real hip-hop fan, then you'll definitely enjoy this album and know that it definitely means a lot when it comes to rap and hip-hop music, because basically one of those albums that put hip-hop slash rap on the map in the 1990s. So lots of good songs on it. Again, I'm bad at song names by heart because I listen to a lot of rap music, so. But yeah, Illmatic, definitely a classic from Nas. Great stuff again. Now we're in the top 5. So number 5 is Release Therapy by Ludacris, released in 2006. So another great rap and hip hop album from that year. And this is actually my favorite Ludacris album. I think this album is pretty underrated if you ask me. It's got a lot of good songs like Moneymaker featuring Pharrell, Grew Up to Screw Up featuring Young Jeezy, Girls Gone Wild, of course. My favorite song on the album, Slap. Slap is definitely a great song, very emotional, and tells a great story and message. So Slap was definitely a great song. Of course, Runaway Love with Mary J. Blige, another meaningful song on the album. So yeah, Release Therapy is definitely a great song. Great album. I meant my bad on that part, guys. But yeah, this is definitely a great album from Ludacris, Release Therapy, and I think it's underrated. But it is my favorite because I grew up to this era of Ludacris. So, Release Therapy, amazing album, and definitely worth checking out. So, number 4 is King by T.I., also released in 2006. Now, this album is the soundtrack to the movie ATL, which is definitely a great movie. I would definitely recommend it. It's got T.I. in it and some other really good rappers and actors and actresses, so it's definitely a great movie. But yeah, the soundtrack slash album, King by T.I., it's my favorite T.I. album. Definitely lots of good songs. Not that I think T.I. has any bad albums throughout his discography, because he's one of my favorite rappers of all time, but King is just an album that resonates with me a lot. I grew up to it a lot. Songs like What You Know was one of my songs growing up, and it's still a song I fuck with, even at 26 years old, because I'm 26 now. So it's hard to believe that that song makes me feel old, because I was young when it came out, like 9 years old, 8 or 9, right around there. So definitely great song. Another good song on the album was Talk Back. He also has a song on here with UGK called Front Back, and lots of other good songs. So yeah, King, definitely a really great album, and I would definitely check it out if you're a fan of T.I., because it's definitely a good album, one of his best. So we're in the top 3 now. So number 3 is the Marshall Mathers LP by Eminem. This is one of the best albums of the early 2000s, released in the year 2000. Definitely one of the best rap slash hip hop albums of that year. I really like the Marshall Mathers LP a lot by Eminem. It would definitely be my top 3 Eminem albums of all time, easily, and other people would definitely agree. So, yeah, guys, this album is a classic. It's a masterpiece, one of the best albums of all time across any music genre. I don't care what genre you're talking about. This album is just flawless, beginning to end. You got songs like Kim, of course, The Real Slim Shady, and shit. Another great song on there was I'm Back. That's a good song. Pretty underrated, good song. It's kind of controversial because some of the lyrics, but it was a good song. So yeah, I think another good song on this album was called Bitch Please 2, which is a sequel to Bitch Please by Snoop Dogg, and I think Exhibit was in that song as well. So yeah, Bitch Please 2 is cool. It's also from the Marshall Mathers LP. So yeah, this album's just a classic, guys. What is there really to say? It's one of the greatest albums of all time, easily. So number 2 is Ready to Die by the Notorious B.I.G. Rest in paradise to the Notorious B.I.G. Just gone way too soon, for real. Just sad stuff. It's very tragic and unfortunate what happened to the Notorious B.I.G. So yeah, this album is a classic. You got a lot of good songs like Big Papa. One More Chance was a good song. I think another song on there was called, I think, Warning. I think that song's on Ready to Die. That was a good song. So, yeah, guys, this album is just flawless, man. I really like Ready to Die. It's a good album. It's a classic. Another great rap slash hip hop album of 1994, along with Illmatic by Nas. So, yeah, number 2 is Ready to Die by the Notorious B.I.G. This album, if you call yourself a rap and hip hop fan and you don't like this album, then I don't really know what's wrong with you, for real, because this album is just, it's a classic, it's a masterpiece, for real. This album is loved by many rap and hip hop fans, but for good reason, because it deserves it. Biggie Smalls, aka the Notorious B.I.G., is one of the greatest rappers of all time. Easily top 5, for real. So, this album is also easily top 5 if you're talking rap and hip hop. So I'm ranking it in at number 2. Classic stuff. Rest in paradise to the Notorious B.I.G. So, my number 1 rap hip hop album of all time is All Eyes on Me by Tupac, released in 1996. So, this album is another classic. Again, a lot of good songs like the title track, All Eyes on Me. I Know You Want It with Casey and JoJo was a great song. Or, not I Know You Want It. How Do You Want It featuring Casey and JoJo. That's the name of the song. Another good song is Ambitions as a Rider. And I Ain't Mad at You was a great song. So, yeah, this album is a classic, man, for real. I love All Eyes on Me. It's definitely top 3 material when it comes to Tupac albums, and just easily one of the best rap / hip hop albums of all time. I was kind of debating which album to put on the list, either All Eyes on Me or Me Against the World, but I went with All Eyes on Me because it's a little bit more nostalgic for me when it comes to Tupac's music. Not that I think Me Against the World didn't deserve to be on the list. I was just choosing one album per artist. So, yeah, guys, this album is just amazing. I love it. What is there really to say? Rest in paradise to Tupac. Definitely another one of the greatest rappers of all time, and definitely gone way too soon as well. Just like with the Notorious B.I.G. Both of them we lost way too soon. They were like only in their like early 20s when they both were killed in drive-by shootings. So definitely rest in peace to Tupac and Biggie. Definitely missed. If it weren't for these two, then rap wouldn't be where it is today. So this is my list, guys, for top 10 this is my list for top 10 rap / hip hop albums of all time. So I'm gonna recap off my list before I let you guys go here. So number 10 is New York City by Young Jock. Number 9 is Badass by Lil Boosie. Number 8 is ONIFC by Wiz Khalifa. Number 7 is The Carter by Lil Wayne. Number 6 is Illmatic by Nas. Number 5 is Released Therapy by Ludacris. Number 4 is King by T.I. Number 3 is The Marshall Mathers LP by Eminem. Number 2 is Ready to Die by the Notorious B.I.G. And number 1 is All Eyes on Me by Tupac. So this is my list, guys. Let me know what y'all's list is. Let me know what y'all think of my list. And yes, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.